Hello, and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming.
This is a complete walkthrough of Streets of Rage, and it also doubles up as a guide to get the Bare Knuckles achievement or trophy if you are playing on the Sega Megadrive or Genesis Classics collection. Streets of Rage is a beat 'em up game, and you pick one of the three characters, each with their own weaknesses and strengths. Adam is slow moving, but hits hard and jumps the best. Blaze is the fastest character and jumps good, but her hits are the weakest, and Axel hits hard and moves quick, but his jump is the worst. Go into the options and change it to easy, and the aim of the game is to go through each section of the level, and you have to defeat every enemy in the area before you can move on. Each area has a time limit. When the time limit gets to 0, you lose a life. You start with 3 lives and will get more with pickups and points. If you are going for bare knuckle achievement, make sure you make use of the rewind function and aim not to lose any lives and save those lives for the final level. Your character has one attack button and can do basic combos by continuous pressing of the attack button. You can jump and you can do jumping attacks. If you press the attack and jump button at the same time, they will do a behind attack. Your character, when close to an enemy, can automatically grab an enemy, and you can do a combo attack or press the opposite direction and throw them, or you press jump to flip over them, and from behind you can do powerful attacks. You also have a special attack which calls in police backup to damage enemies. Only activate these on bosses or sub-bosses. The first enemy you will face are the weakest enemies in the game, and they can be defeated with a 3-hit combo. They will sometimes carry weapons like knives and baseball bats. The second enemy type, the one in the yellow, they can do a sliding attack, so be careful when you are in line of sight with them. Also, they can grab and throw you if you are close. If you are thrown, you press up and the jump button to land safely without being damaged. You will come across a lot of destructible objects in the levels, taking various forms, and you can find useful items. This apple health item will fill up your health, a small amount, roughly 25% of your health bar. The first weapon you can get in the game is a beer bottle that will smash on contact and has a very short range. Every weapon you get in the game, every time you get hit, you will drop it. If it's dropped 3 times, it will disappear. Also, it counts as dropped if you pick up another weapon. So if you got a good weapon like a baseball bat, stay away from knives and bottles. This is one of the best weapons in the game. It has long range and is very powerful. A new enemy type will appear. They are fast and will do jump or kick attacks, and he will always try to attack you from behind. The baseball bat is the second best weapon in the game. It does not have the longest range like the pipe, but it's still very powerful to use. The next new enemy to face are the only female generic enemies in the game, and they will always carry a whip which they won't drop, so you can't use. Later variations of Nora will drop down and feign defeat. You can't hit them when they are in this state, but as soon as you move away they will attack you, so you must jump away to safety. Knives that are picked up can be thrown. You gotta double tap the attack button and the direction you want to throw it at. The second type of food pickup in this game is beef, which will refill all your health, so you want to pick it up as the last thing to do in an area before moving on. This is the boss of stage 1. When the music changes, that means it's a boss fight. Don't attack him head on, move from above or below him, and move so you can grab him and do damage. Don't forget to use your special for extra damage. Money bags and gold bars are items that will add to your overall score. The more points you get, the more extra lives you can earn. This weapon, which can only be thrown, if thrown directly at an enemy, it will temporarily stun them, giving you time to defeat them. This area introduces the final new enemies you can face, and they are the toughest. They will actively avoid you and throw what they are juggling, which can be deflected. Like the first boss, it's best to attack them from above or below. Boss of round 2, unlike what I do in this battle, but I do in later battles, is to only go above him and lead down to attack, as going from below you will get attacked with his claws. Round 3 will introduce previous enemies but with a different palette swap. So these green enemies are the same as the blue enemies, except they have more health and harder to defeat. All enemies come with different colour variations. Each new colour will have more health than the previous colour. Boss of round 3, he does constant charge attacks, and what you have to do is to attack him straight on and time your punches to connect before he connects his punch to you. This round will have lots of gaps, which if you fall down, you will lose a life, but you can throw enemies into the gaps for instant defeat. The cone will have an extra life to pick up. The boss of round 4 will attack in a diagonal formation with fire breath, and the best way to defeat him is to go around him and attack him from behind. You can get a couple of hits when he recovers from your combo attack. If you grab him, do not throw him or jump flip backwards, as his sheer weight will damage you. Get ready to face a previous boss, the boss from round 3. Every time you face a previous boss in a level, they will have a different colour like the generic enemies, which means they will have more health, and they won't have a health bar like the end of round bosses. In this pipe breakable object is an extra special attack. Now I don't know if you lose it if you lose a life, and I didn't want to take that risk, as the end of this round's boss are the hardest boss fight in the game, and having 2 special attacks makes it easier. Having a weapon is effective in this boss fight. I tried the method of doing the back attack as I'm sure that worked, but I might have been thinking about Streets of Rage 2. But what I did, and I think it's the best way when I face this set of bosses again in round 8, is to attack the one that does the flying kicks, as when she lands you can do a grab combo, and then when she's defeated, the second one that grabs you, and she still will start to do kick attacks and make her easier to defeat. This round you'll have conveyor belts that will slow you down or speed you up, depends on what direction it's going. Also it will have press stamps that will activate when you are near. Go up slowly to them and then look for the red light that activates, and then stop, wait until it presses down, and then you can go past it. Enemies can be hurt with these obstacles as well, so you can take advantage of it. boss of round 6 is a pair of the round 2 bosses. Attack them from above, and when you're attacking one of them, keep an eye on where the other boss is. In round 7, you are in an elevator that's going up. There is no boss on this round, and this is the last round that you are able to use your special, so feel free to use it when you are in a tight spot. Beware when facing signals, as they can throw you over the edge. When you see them, make sure you fight them in the left side or middle. You can throw enemies yourself over the edge. Beware of the trolleys that will hurtle across the screen. Do a jumping kick to avoid them. This is an endurance round. Before the final boss, you will face all previous rounds' bosses, all the hardest variants, and the hardest variants of the minions as well. When Mr. X gives you a choice to join him, say no, or you will be sent to the factory round and have to fight all the way back again. You will get the achievement or trophy at this point if you haven't used to continue. You will face some minions before Mr. X joins in the battle. He is powerful and his attacks take a lot of health off your character. And he shoots his machine gun, which you will have to jump over to avoid, and there is always 2 unlimited minions on the screen at the time. So concentrate on Mr. X, and he's a lot easier than those woman ninjas, that's for sure.
If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, where there are more complete retro walkthroughs, plus achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases. Thanks for watching.